Hello? Yes! Oh my god. Let me see if you can see this, please. It was not the idea, but let's see if this works. Yes. Great. Okay, perfect. Hello. Hello. Let's see. Hello, Sandy. Oh my God. Hello. How are you? Okay. So, a lot of technical issues. It's supposed to be easy. Okay. So great to see you. Lisa is here. Yes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So the idea today is to answer your question about the LARC test. I'm sorry about the air conditioning. It was not the idea to see that. Okay, perfect. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kaylee. Okay, so very welcome to this brief explanation about what is LARC test. I'm Dr. Cecilia Tula. I'm a veterinarian, and this is just to explain what is LARC test first, and then I have a couple of questions that you sent me, and I will answer that. But first, I want to explain what is the LARC test. So, but just to give you a heads up about the question, so you see if you're interested, okay? So for example, I have, what if I miss my 2 or 3 day of my conditioning plan? What about if I send my horse to swim for 3 weeks? Can I test after that program? Can I do a test without running a barrel race? So, hello. So let's start first with the explanation of what the LARC test is. The LARC test is a health and fitness test, okay? So if you wonder, and I know you do, if you wonder after the run, is he okay? Is something going on, or is it me? It's the conditioning. Is he healthy? Should I do something? And you have this feeling of about like, yes, something is going on, but if I go to the vet, I don't have a lot of answers because the horse hasn't had any symptoms yet. So if you have that situation and you're guessing if you're doing it right, or how the horse is feeling after the run or after a workout, well, LARC test was born to give you that answer. What the LARC test does is measure the exercise recovery 5 minutes after a workout or a run competition. It should be a hard effort. It's not like just trotting or canter. It's something that it's intense, or you think it's intense for the horse. So we test that 5 minutes after this exercise and 30 minutes after this exercise. We take 2 measurements, and with those values, LARC test analyze the recovery, the exercise recovery within 30 minutes after the exercise, okay? And it does the same for the heart, the muscles, and the lungs. So you will know which system is underperforming, if they are underperforming. And if they do, you will have a health alert that says something is going on here, for example, a pain indicator, or something is going on here, line inflammation. So you will have this answer. You will know, okay, it's not just a feeling, something is going on. he has lung inflammation or he is in pain. Even if you, after the run or the competition, let's say after 2 hours, you don't see any symptoms, you don't see mucus, you don't see coughing, you don't see walking strange, no, because this health condition is just starting. It's like you having a headache, you know. Nobody can say anything if you don't say, hey, I have a headache, you know. But it's not something that people can tell. Well, unless you have the face like the headache face. But the thing is, LARC test will give you an accurate and objective answer about what is going on with your horse, even if he doesn't have any symptoms yet. So now you can differentiate if this is fatigue or if this is a health condition. You can differentiate the two things. This is fatigue or is a health condition. So the first thing the LARC test technician will help you do is, of course, running the test for you. But after that, when she gives you results, because you can see that immediately in the phone, you will see two things. Priority is to check the health alerts. So if you have a health alert, it means something is going on in the heart, muscles, or lungs. And with that information, you can go to the vet and do further diagnosis. But the good thing is that you know what is going on, which system is underperforming, and so your vet can also know what is the next step, what to do next. It's not like, okay, we need to discover what is going on and we don't know where to start. Now they know where to start. It's the heart, it's the muscles, or the lungs, okay? So this is priority, health alerts, right after the run or an intense workout. The other thing is, let's say you don't have a health alert, good deal, and so we will focus on intensity. LARC test will tell you how intense was the effort today, the effort that we are testing today for the heart, for the muscles, and for the lungs. And with that information, we are able to make a conditioning plan, especially for you, based on that result. So you can follow day by day for 2 weeks, and you will see immediate results. In a week, you can see different energy, different focus. You need to try it. You need to try it. I know it's something new, but we have a lot of people are also here. Lisa is here to tell us a lot more about experience, or all our LARC test technicians also have amazing experiences. And you can check on the website too that we have testimonials in videos and things like that. So this 2-week conditioning program, it's a kind of different than what you do during the week. It's not about long trot or canter 30 or 40 minutes, okay? It's short workouts. Because if you are here, I'm sure you're a barrel racer, and your objective is to win a 15-second race, or make it even better, right? Less than 15 seconds. So it doesn't make any sense that you are long trotting or cantering 30 or 40 minutes every day when you need to go and run 15 seconds fast. It's like, I always say this, if you're a swimmer and you have a competition on Saturday, you're going to swim on Saturday, what are you going to do during the week? You're not running, you're swimming, okay? You need to make similar efforts to the one that you need to compete. So the conditioning plan, it's about that. It's giving your horse the exact amount and intensity of the effort, so he can adapt step by step. That is conditional, and that is how you grow fitness level, step by step. There are a lot of things going on inside the conditioning plan. There are short workouts, there are interval workouts, and everything has a biological reason. So for example, do you know that horses, after maximum effort, they consume glycogen from the muscles, which is the source of energy, right? And when they consume all of that after maximum effort, they need 72 hours to replace all the source of energy, all the glycogen inside the muscle. So think about this. If you run on Saturday and it was a maximum effort, you should wait 3 days to make another maximum effort, right? And so now you're thinking, okay, but what about the 2 or 3 day event, right? And that's perfect. You can do that, but with the proper adaptation. So when you have the proper adaptation, all the muscles, all the body, all the engine inside your horse body is adapt to that effort is no longer maximum effort. And that's the objective of the conditioning step by step. One of the questions, and just to answer this real quick because it was about it, do I have to retest after 2 weeks of the conditioning program? The answer is yes, because your horse is changing. So we test him today. We have results and we make a conditioning plan for 2 weeks. The conditioning plan has the objective of increase the fitness level of your horse. So after 2 weeks, he should be better. He should have a different adaptation. Muscles should be stronger. The flexibility should be better. A lot of things. So we need to test that again. So we can, okay, this is the new horse. This is the new level of adaptation. Okay, let's adjust a little more. Let's go one more step. And so we make another 2 week conditioning. Okay, and that's the way how you improve every time. Okay. I can see here. Okay, how is this test? Okay, good. I will continue with that. So the test has 2 measurements: 5 minutes after the exercise and 25 minutes after the first one. So it's 30 minutes all. We measure heart rate, respiratory rate, and lactate or lactic acid, if you know that name. It's the same. It's a molecule in the blood produced by muscles that goes to the bloodstream, and we take a small drop of blood and we test with immediate result, a portable meter, how much lactic acid has your horse at that specific moment. And we do the same 2 times, 5 minutes, 25 minutes. And that LARC test correlates all the values, the heart rate, the respiratory rate, and the lactate 2 times, so we can make these recovery curves. And that's how the system analyzes all of these values and give you the answer. Okay, I think that was one. Okay, Sandy saying active recovery and what that it means. Okay, good, because I said the maximum effort. I can explain that. Most of the times after the LARC test, we make the LARC test after the run, so it is a maximum effort. And so sometimes you have, in your conditioning plan, you have the next day 10-minute walk. And people are like surprised. Actually, you build more high-end muscle walking than trotting. So don't think 10-minute walk is not an exercise, but it's an active recovery. When we say a day off, we actually are saying it's I like to say a joyful trot, because it's just for recovery. It's like blood circulation, and elimination of toxins and things like that. But the horse needs to move, okay? Okay, so let me check if I have any other questions about this, and if not, I will go to the other ones. Perfect. Okay. Can I do a test without running a battle race? The answer is yes, but it should be a high intense workout. It's not like trot, like I said before. It's not just canter. It's not something easy, because we found this early stage health condition when the horse is challenged by the effort. And so that's the reason why, for example, you are during the week, like, he was perfect, but then after the run, he bled, or he was not firing enough, he was not making the curve correctly. So all of the things that happen during the run and that you haven't discovered during the week is because you were not challenging the horse enough. That doesn't mean that you need to push him, because what we don't want to do is injure the horse, right? So it doesn't mean like you need to push him like a lot, more than 100%. No, it's an intense workout, so we can detect these abnormalities, and you will have the specific answer that you need. Okay, it's something going on. Remember, is this fatigue or it's a health condition? That is the answer LARC test is giving you. And where is this? Heart, muscles, or lungs? Okay, what if I miss 2-3 days at my conditioning plan? It was the other question. So I would recommend, first of all, we always say that if you need to change any dates, we will change that for you, because the frequency of the interval workouts have a biological reason. We include, for example, different exercise, not just for speed, but also for flexibility on the tendons, because if you don't have the flexibility, you cannot make maximum speed. If not, you will get injured. So we include specific workouts to develop different things. But if you miss 2-3 days, I would recommend just to continue in the day you missed, okay? And you continue after that day. Okay, so then I have this question about the swimming. I've sent my horse to swim 3 weeks. Can I test my horse after swimming program? The answer is yes, but you are going to, if you send your horse 3 weeks to swim, you will have a LARC test result showing you that he's great for her heart or his heart, his aerobic condition, meaning his resistance, like the long-term condition part is good, is easy because you train that part. It's like, okay, going to swim is like long trotting or cantering 30 minutes. It's a resistance workout. So the aerobic capacity will be developed and he will be adapted to that, but not for sprint. So you can do that, but I recommend you to test a workout which is more similar to the one you need to compete. So if it's not a barrel pattern, you can ride your horse in your arena in a couple of times, different speeds, and actually we will give you, for example, we have a workout, like a protocol, if you are not in a barrel race, that we will tell you what is the workout you need to do. It's like an interval workout, just to push a little bit different speeds, and we test that after you do that. It's the same. Okay, the other question is, my test results show good performance on the lungs, but says a risk of bleeding. Okay, so the LARC test, I don't know if you're familiar with the LARC test results, but in the screen you will have the intensity in big words, like this was too easy, this was great job, this was hard, and then you have the health alerts. So one thing is intensity and the other is the health alert. So when you have a good performance for the lungs but has a risk of bleeding, it means the intensity was good for the lungs, but there is a bleeding, so it's a health alert. And of course, health alerts have priority, because if you don't fix that, you won't have a chance to improve the fitness level, right? So let me check my notes because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, do we have to use the website to order a test? No, you just need to contact your LARC test technicians that you can find on the website or on the app, the right upper corner. You click there and you will you can find all the technicians there, and you also have a map on the Facebook page, so you can see locations and the contact information of the LARC test technicians. So you don't have to go to the website to order a test. It's just coordinating with them. Okay. Okay. So Lisa, are you there? And then just to see if you want to share your experience. And then I will ask to Sandy and Kearney if I'm missing something. If I said everything about what it is, how it works, things like that. Let me know. I don't know, Lisa. And how else are you measuring monitor? Okay. What blood test are you running? And how else are you measuring monitoring? Okay, I answer this. Can you touch base on the meaning of active recovery? Okay. I'm seeing what is the time frame to get a conditioning plan after a test? Okay, that's a good one. We were saying 48 hours, but we're getting better, so it's 24 hours should be. Thank you, Sandy. And I think, I don't know if Gabby sent me a message. If you are there, Gabby, let me know. What if you have a weekend barrel race? How do you set that up with a conditioning plan? Thank you, Megan. That's a perfect question. So actually, we ask, your LARC test technician will ask you, after the test, will ask you, okay, what dates, if you have a race coming on, what are the dates? So we'll adjust the conditioning to fit in your schedule, because as I said before, if you have a race, that's a maximum effort. So 3 days before that, we don't want to make a maximum effort. So your conditioning plan needs to show as like a sprint or interval workout that we put to develop the speed 3 days before, but not closer. You know what I mean? So we will adjust the conditioning for you if you give us the dates. Okay, I was a tad late, so might have answered this after you finish the workout program. Let me check here that I'm not seeing this. After you finish the workout program, what do you do once the conditioning program is over? Just start it back again. Okay, not a problem. I said something about this, but it's good that you are asking this. Okay, so let's say the idea is you test your horse, you know the intensity, you know that he's healthy, first of all. Then you know the intensity, today's intensity for heart, muscles, and lungs. Based on those results, we make the conditioning plan for 2 weeks. And this is coming your answer. After the 2 weeks, the ideal situation is retest the horse because it's supposed to be better. This 2-week conditioning plan is made for him to be better. So we need to test him again because he should be a different horse. He should be better. And that's why we test again after 2 weeks and we make a new conditioning plan for another 2 weeks. And that's how we continue. What happens if you don't have, because we are just starting, we don't have like a crazy network of LARC test technicians yet. So what happens if you cannot make it? Cannot make the test after the 2 weeks? I would recommend to repeat a 2-week conditioning plan, okay? Because we know that is safe for your horse. What is the bad news? Let's say you are not getting even better than the 2-week conditioning plan. You need to retest to keep adjusting and to keep progressing, and that's the idea. But if you don't have the chance to have another test, I recommend to do it again. If a conditioning plan says to sprint, what is the distance to sprint? That's a good question. Actually, we ask for sprint in a more advanced level, and we only want, it's not like a distance, it's more about the time. So your conditioning plan will say sprint 30 seconds. So if you don't have a straight line, you can do it in parts. It's don't worry about it. What we don't want is long workouts. We don't want long workouts. And you can think, okay, but if I'm doing sprint, I'm developing my speed. The moment that you go more than 15 minutes in a workout, you are saying your horse body, hey, you need to be better at more than 15 minutes. You are saying that. You are asking your horse to be better, but slower. You know what I mean? So he's better at running, let's say 30 minutes, but not sprint 15 seconds. So that's the difference. Okay. Could she touch on how this could help with general conditioning for a horse who maybe isn't running but wanting to get in good shape to help physical fitness? Yeah, you maybe are thinking coming back from an injury or maybe a long break. the thing is, let's say coming back from an injury, you don't know how much to push, right? And that's that's the whole thing. You don't know how much to push. And so you test whatever workout your horse is doing, and you LARC test that. And you may think it's too easy, but since he's coming back from injury, from rest, from whatever, it might not be so easy for him. So you test that. If the LARC test says everything is too easy, you know you can push more. And that's how you go step by step, you know? And that's how the LARC test is helping you conditioning a horse that's coming back from a period of not working out, okay? Okay. Once you get a LARC test done, you do guys suggest to keep up on getting LARC test? Yes, yes, we mentioned this. It's about testing your horse, having a 2-week conditioning plan based on your horse results, and the conditioning plan has the objective of improve your horse speed or aerobic capacity, whatever is saying the LARC test. So after these 2 weeks, your horse should be better. And it's a different horse. It's a better horse in terms of the engine inside, the muscles, the heart, everything. So we need to test him again, because if not, you're just maintaining him at the same level. Okay, Lisa is saying the LARC test is very easy process, very simple. Then you get your conditioning plan. It's very easy to follow, very simple, short, intense workout. It has made my mare stronger, physical and mentally. She has more power and her mentality is so much better because I'm not riding for 30-45 minutes. She's more relaxed and she now performs better than she has ever. Oh, and she has more wind and strength. Thank you, Lisa. You remind me something. There is a weekly fatigue. A weekly fatigue is something that you are doing when you trot or long trot or canter 30 or 40 minutes every day. It's like, think about yourself. How do you feel in Friday after your job or the whole day? It's like the weekly accumulation, right? You have it right here. It's like all the week, the same happens for your horse. There is a weekly accumulation of fatigue. So by doing these short workouts during the week, you will see a tremendous amount of energy. Will the test show diseases such as inflammatory airway disease? Exactly, Shannon, exactly. Yeah, what we measured. So let's differentiate horses with symptoms than horses without symptoms, but with a health condition. It's what we veterinarians call subclinical. The clinical is what you see. Subclinical is before that, so you don't see anything, but something is going on. So when you have the inflammatory airway disease, when it starts, it has, you can check it with the BAL. And the LARC test will tell you, but the thing is, if you don't have any symptoms, you don't know if it is the respiratory system. So if you go to your vet with, my horse hasn't the performance he had before, I don't know what is going on, so your vet needs to start from zero. With the LARC test now, he knows that, okay, it's about the lungs. Okay, let's make a BAL, for example. And so they confirm it's an IAD, and so they make the treatment right away. And yes, the answer is yes. Thank you for that question. What are examples of markers specifically that change in a 2-week time frame? What markers take longer to improve? That's a really good question. Okay, so what it takes longer to improve is the aerobic capacity. So everything about resistance takes longer to be built. Then you have flexibility, and then you have strength. And you need the strength to have a speed, but also flexibility. So, and it's backwards when you stop. For example, if your horse has, let's say, rest, you stop working out, the first thing you will lose is the speed, the strength, then the flexibility, and then the aerobic capacity. It's the other way around. So in 2 weeks, you are not actually changing the speed, but because you are changing the amount of energy they have in only 1 week, you will see a better performance right away. But actually you need a couple of months to make a new muscle and adapt those muscles for speed. Because there is one important information. You have muscles, okay? All the body has muscles. But there are different types of muscles inside what we call a group of muscles. So the high end, for example, you have different types of muscles. One of them is better for the resistance, and one of them is better for speed. And there are other types of muscle that it can be better at both. So you develop the type of muscles that you want by selecting the right workout, because the workout is the signal for your horse muscles to improve. So that's why if you are asking him to canter 40 minutes, you're saying, hey, I need the muscles that is good for resistance. I need more of that. But you don't want more of that. You want more of the others ones, okay? So that's why we need to make shorter workouts and more speed, because we need to ask your horse, hey, I need more muscles for speed, not the ones that are good for resistance, okay? Do you recommend a certain amount of warm-up colon with the conditioning plans? Well, that's a good question, because sometimes it's only, it's the warm-up, it's only not more than 2 minutes, because if you see the conditioning plan, you will see a 10-minute workout. Based on what I just mentioned about, we don't want the resistance muscle, we want the speed muscles to be built. We don't want to take longer, and so every time you make the workout longer for any reason, maybe you say, oh no, it's just warm up, it's just cool down, but you are adding more minutes to this workout, and so the horse body is saying, oh, okay, I need to keep going more time, so maybe I need to build more resistant muscle, that is the signal. So it's just a couple of minutes, not 5 or 10, because if not, you are adding too many minutes to the workouts. Okay, so I could test and get a conditioning program, then retest just like those running to get my next step up in conditioning. Yes, Billy. You test. You ask your LARC test technician to add, if you have race dates, they are in within the 2 weeks, so we know what day you will be running, and we'll adjust the conditioning to make sense to avoid fatigue and to build whatever we need to build for your horse. After that, you test again because your horse is going to be different, okay? It's like going to the gym. We sometimes go to the gym just to to make conversation or to, I don't know, mentally, right? But if you go to the gym to build muscles and to have a different fitness level, you should be changing. Your body should be changing every time. Okay, now I'm seeing hi Olivia, to complement Dr. Tula answer. Horses became 0.9 to 1.2 seconds faster and had no injury in the end. Yeah. So this is because you asked me about the short term, but we have horses for months and years. So if you see the progress of those horses, and they were not easy horses. They were horses with arrhythmia, anhidrosis, bleeders. He had a lot of inflammation in the lungs with like bad crises. So they were all not like healthy horses all year, and so we are just making 1 second pretty easy. No, it's like testing every time and checking what we need to adjust. And if whenever they have a health alert, okay, let's go with that first. So you keep your horse healthy and you have this peace of mind, like, okay, I'm doing it right. I'm not pushing too much. I'm pushing just what he needs to be better. How do you gauge the exercise intensity of the workout at home to know the effort is correct? Just by time. If you mean, Crystal, if you mean at home, like just yourself without running the LARC test, no, it's not about the time. Because if you have two different athletes making the same workout and you just measure time, for one of them it could be like a really intense workout, and the other is, it depends on the athlete, the intensity. So no, that's why we have the LARC test. In the old days, and maybe you read about something like, okay, measuring the heart rate, but the reason why the LARC test started was because I wanted to train my horses, and I asked the trainers, how do you know if this is too much? And how do you know what is the next step to ask the horse? Some of them, they just say, no, I know the horses. I have 30 years experience. I know what I'm doing. For me, it was not enough, that answer. And so the others, for example, let's say they tell you, okay, you measure the heart rate and then you measure the heart rate again after X amount of minutes, and everybody has a different recipes, and it's okay when you have those values, but when you don't have those values, you don't know what to do. So that's why we have the LARC test. Eventually we I don't know, we can do it like for testing at home. That would be ideal. We are not there yet, but recommendations for horses who take longer to warm up because they are a little more reactive than the rest. I know you don't want to warm up too much before a battle race, but what if the horse is young, first time running a new arena? Okay, so this is a good point to have in mind. You have the other part of your conditioning, which is mentally an experience, right? And you need to have that in mind. For example, for a young horse, the effort could be intense, not just because the effort was too much itself, but because all of the experience around. right? He was nervous. That consumes adrenaline. That consumes a lot of energy. So it's a process of experiencing that every time, to build the mentality of the horse. So you need to make like build the situation of the environment of the competition, build that for him several times. Like, for example, there are in other countries and in other disciplines, for example, people just put loud music or a lot of noise around the horses, not to stress them, but to adapt them to the noise, because when they go to a competition, they are too nervous. So you can start building that environment before the competition, there was another example I want to say about that. Like, for example, for racing horses, there is one step in the pre-training when they are very young and they don't know what to do at the racetrack, that they need to be not in the front but in the back with two other horses before them, and just making a breeze, so they can have all the arena and all the mud in their faces, and they just need to keep going. So it's not to stress them, it's to step by step making them more adapted to that environment and that situation. It's another side of the conditioning. Also, don't just trot circles and loop circles. Lisa, yeah. Use an activity that make it fun. It helped make your horse more handy. Yes, that's good suggestion. I truly think it would be benefit. I spend 100%. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just checking here. If there is any other, we have an hour, so we cover a lot of things. I'm so glad that you're here. So grateful. I'm here in case you need anything else. And the LARC test technicians and we are here for you. We'll be at Barrel Bash, and I will be there Saturday. I think it's Saturday 24th. With Sandy and Kearney. So excited for that, to finally meet you in person. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you all for your questions and your concerns. This is, we are here to help you, help your horses. Thank you so much, Billy, Sandy, Kearney, Jen. Thank you a lot. I'm very happy to be here, and actually to do the first Facebook Live for LARC test. So have a great night, everyone. See you next time. Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, how do you find a technician? Regine, you have that information on the website, or on the Facebook page. You have a map with location and contact, or on the app. So the 3 locations, website, Facebook, or you can just message us on Facebook. That's fine. Morgan, yeah. Text us and we say, but you have that information, but if you want, just text us. It's fine. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, here you have a link. Thank you, Gabby. LARC test technicians info. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much. It's strange not to see your faces, just the text, but I know you are there. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. Let's do this. Bye-bye. Thank you all.